Hi, this is Marcus. Thanks for watching this training video. This training video is going to talk about gluten-free options that our guests have here at Aroma Thyme. Most of our items are gluten-free here at the restaurant.
Over 90%.
Over 90%, but however, we don't list those on the menu. And here's why we don't list those. Because we want you, our associates, to have a conversation with the guest. You never want to assume, or they would never want to assume that just because something has gluten-free written on it, that it's going to be 100% safe. So what happens is, when they say, well, I'm gluten-free or I eat gluten-free, you want to point out the things that are not gluten-free, first of all, like our meatloaf. It's impossible to make meatloaf. Or the way we make it, it has breadcrumbs in it, so it's going to have wheat. Our bread is not gluten-free. Our whole wheat wraps are not gluten-free. However, we have options to many of these. So we have a gluten-free pasta. We always use gluten-free tamari instead of soy sauce. We have papadums, which are made from lentil flour. And we have gluten-free burger buns, and we even have a gluten-free pizza crust. So when somebody says I'm gluten-free, always point to things out that are not gluten-free, and then the rest of the menu is theirs is theirs to choose from. However, we always need to ask our guests how sensitive they are. Some people, if they have one speck of wheat, one speck of gluten, it's going to throw them off and make them really sick. A lot of guests just say, you know what, I'm just avoiding gluten, like myself personally, I'm just avoiding it. So if somebody is highly sensitive, that's when we want to really flag that ticket. We want to flag every ticket, but that's when we want to say high sensitivity, and that's when the kitchen is going to wash down all the utensils, wash down the board, and probably make that ticket by itself, so there's nothing else in the oven at that exact time. So when you put a piece of bread in and there's a piece of salmon on a different shelf, the possibility of one or two crumbs going airborne and going into that will be eliminated. So that's why you want to really specify how sensitive the person is, and that's why you want to have a conversation. If we just listed everything as being gluten-free on the menu, then you could never have that conversation with them, and we wouldn't know how much care to take. Now, we do take gluten-free very seriously here at the restaurant. However, because of liability reasons, we just can't guarantee that nothing has been cross-contaminated between us and where it's made. So a lot of other food manufacturers feel the same way, and they will not write gluten-free on the thing because they don't want the liability, even though they're not adding gluten to it. So just make sure you convey that to our guests too, that we do everything we possibly can to ensure that it is gluten-free and there's no cross-contamination, but unfortunately things could possibly happen, which is never, we can never guarantee 100%, but we'll take our utmost care. However, when we're using gluten-free items like gluten-free burger buns, they say gluten-free on it, and it's for of course, those are designed to be gluten-free and sold in the store, so we just take those out of the wrapper and we bake them up, we heat them up, and then put them on the burger. So a lot of things, are going to be cut and dry and very simple, but however, again, you must have the conversation with the guest. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about gluten-free, please check with our cooks, our chefs in the kitchen. Ask myself, ask Jamie, and of course, it's a very important part of what we do here at Aroma Thyme, gluten-free food. So make sure you're very knowledgeable about our gluten-free offerings here at the restaurant. Thank you very much.